On a quiet evening in Carlsbad, California in September 2016, Greg Mulvihill was taking a walk near his home when he received a phone call. The voice on the other end claimed to be a private investigator with urgent information. Greg was told to go to a nearby park to pick up a package with evidence related to his ongoing legal battles. Suspicious but curious, Greg went out. That night, he was shot in the chest with a rifle in the dark. Amazingly, Greg survived. Despite the critical wound, he managed to call 911. Emergency responders rushed him to the hospital. The bullet had punctured a lung and narrowly missed his heart. While he fought to survive, detectives began trying to figure out who wanted him dead. Greg and his estranged wife, Diana Lovejoy, had been locked in a contentious custody battle over their young son. The marriage had fallen apart amid accusations, restraining orders, and legal disputes. Diana had claimed Greg was abusive, though investigators found no solid evidence of it. She had custody of their son and received substantial child support. Police quickly discovered that the phone used to lure Greg had been purchased recently at a Best Buy using cash. Surveillance footage showed a man buying the phone while wearing a hoodie and sunglasses. That man was later identified as Weldon McDavid Jr., a former Marine and a firearms instructor at a local shooting range. McDavid had become close to Diana through personal training sessions. She had confided in him about her bitter custody case, portraying herself as a victim in need of protection. As their relationship grew, so did McDavid's role in her life. Investigators uncovered text messages and emails between the two that hinted at a conspiracy. Further evidence came from a search of McDavid's home, where police found shell casings, a custom rifle, and handwritten notes outlining surveillance on Greg. In Diana's home, police found documentation of her purchases for a burner phone and cash withdrawals leading up to the attempted murder. During the trial, prosecutors argued that Diana manipulated McDavid by feeding him a false narrative of abuse. She convinced him that killing Greg would protect her and her son. McDavid, who had a deep sense of justice and a military background, took it upon himself to act. He planned the ambush, scouted locations, and ultimately pulled the trigger. The defense tried to argue that McDavid never intended to kill Greg, only to scare him. They claimed the shooting was a warning. But ballistics experts testified that the shooter had used a sniper position and fired from close range with the intent to kill. It was a calculated attack. Diana Lovejoy's defense claimed that she never meant for Greg to be harmed. They insisted that she thought McDavid was only going to scare him into giving up custody. But the evidence told a different story. The jury saw emails between Diana and McDavid using code words and making financial arrangements before the attack. In 2017, both Diana Lovejoy and Weldon McDavid Jr. were found guilty. McDavid was convicted of attempted murder and conspiracy and was sentenced to 50 years to life in prison. Diana was also convicted of the same charges and received 26 years to life. Greg Mulvihill made a full physical recovery, though the emotional scars remained. He testified during the trial and later said he was stunned by the betrayal. He had once loved Diana and never imagined she would go so far to eliminate him from their child's life.